Welcome everyone. In this video, we will explore what source control is, why every game developer, solo or team, should use it for their own projects, and the benefits and drawbacks of using source control in game development. As a game developer, you've probably heard of the term source control, but what exactly is it? Source control is a system that allows game developers to manage and keep track of their changes they make to their code. It helps keep track of different versions of the code and enables collaboration between multiple developers working on the same project. When you're working on a game project as a team, it can be challenging to keep track of who made what changes and when. With source control, all changes are tracked and you can see who made each change and when they made it. Source control prevents multiple developers from working on the same files, which avoids coding conflicts. So, why is source control important? Even if you're working on a project by yourself, source control can still be incredibly helpful. First, it allows you to easily revert back to previous versions of your code if you make a mistake or if you decide to change a previous decision. This is especially useful if you want to experiment with new ideas without risking breaking your code. You can always revert back to a previous version if the experiment doesn't work out. Source control also allows you to work on a project from multiple computers and locations. Second, source control provides a backup of your code. If your computer crashes, you introduce a bug that causes a crash, or if you accidentally delete your code, you can easily retrieve it from the source control system. This means you can have peace of mind knowing that your code is safe and secure, even if something goes wrong with your computer if you have an offsite repository. Third, source control is a great way to keep track of your progress and helps manage complexity. Game development involves working with many different files and versions. Source control can help you keep track of all these changes and ensure that your project is organized and easy to manage. You can see the changes you made over time and the thought process behind each decision. This can help you understand how you solved problems and how your code evolved over time. It's also useful when reviewing your code later or when working with others who may need to understand the history of the code. However, as with any tool, there are also some drawbacks to using source control. One potential drawback is that it can be time-consuming to learn and set up, especially if you're new to it. But once you understand the basics, it becomes much easier to use. Another potential drawback is that it can slow down your workflow if you have to constantly commit changes and push them to the remote repository. And sometimes it can be frustrating to work with, especially if there are conflicts or other issues. However, this can be remedied by using the right tools and processes to minimize the impact on your workflow. In conclusion, whether you're a solo developer or part of a team, source control is a valuable tool for managing and keeping track of your code. By using source control, you can make sure your code is secure, revert back to previous versions, keep track of your progress, and collaborate with others. The benefits far outweigh the drawbacks, and once you get the hang of it, you'll wonder how you ever managed your code without it. There are several different companies you can use when choosing a source control platform. The source control software that I use is Perforce. This is also the same platform that Epic Games uses for all of its own source control needs. Perforce is free for up to 5 users and 20 workspaces. The number of projects is only limited by hard drive space. In this series, I will teach you how to install your own Perforce repository, install and administer your repository using the Perforce client-side application, as well as how to efficiently use the software as a standard user, linking your depot with your Unreal Engine project. If you are not using Unreal Engine, this series is still applicable to anyone who is looking into using source control for their own projects. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below or join the Discord, links in the description. I hope you enjoyed the series, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.